Hi, let's dive into Wolverine issue 3, written by Saladin Ahmed, drawn by Martín Cóccolo, and colored by Bryan Valenza. Full spoilers ahead, so you're forewarned. There is nothing too special about the plot in this issue. Wolverine is getting blamed for things that he did not do, and a Wendigo, a somewhat gentle one, is getting thrown into the mix. But when it is well written and the art shines, more on that later. It is a good issue of comics. Hi, Future Tyler here. Throughout this issue, there is an underlying tension that Wolverine is going to go berserk, something of a throwback, but given what he had been doing, running wild with wolves, I'll give it a pass for now. It makes sense, but I'm not going to be thrilled if we are still dealing with this like 15 issues down the road. Part of me is kind of intrigued with how this run is going to be positioned. Is it going to be placed firmly between the end of Krakoa and the start of the From the Ashes era, where Logan was caught by the remnants of Orcus' fourth school? Or are we going to jump forward sometime sometime down the road, where Logan perhaps will take some leave of absence in between story arcs in Uncanny X-Men, and sort of in between him starring in different titles like Deadpool and Wolverine and Weapon X-Men. I'm really not looking forward to having Wolverine appearing all over the place. That would be difficult to place in a reading order. Anyway, back to this issue. Wolverine using his blood to hopefully stop the Wendigo curse. I think he knows better than that. That is not going to work. I believe it was in the first issue of the last Wolverine run, in which a data page said his blood degrades when they leave his body. I actually hate myself for remembering things about Percy's Wolverine run. Anyway, it is mostly as expected in this issue. Wolverine defeated those Department H goons, and Metha, a likely supporting cast, was the only one who sort of crept up on Logan and shot him, but not to kill. Logan told her what to look for and who is responsible, and proceed to babysit the Wendigo. I mean, what I enjoyed is the inner monologue of Logan. Even though it is nothing too eye-opening, it felt right. And Wolverine babysitting youngsters? How on point is that? A small fun scene that had me smiling was a goon cursing. He's like, "There are two hairy murderers with claws? Oh, F me." I guess I'm in the mood for some dumb fun, kind of like when I watch some of the higher numbers Fast and Furious films. As for the B plot, the sentient gold thing already traveled to Japan and took over Lady Deathstrike as well. It is still too early to say anything about that story, but it appears that all adamantium-clad characters are going to be involved. I wonder if Solemn will make an appearance, and hopefully Ahmed will do something interesting with that character. Not surprisingly, Cóccolo's art continues to be a delight. This issue has a lot of combat in it, and the action sequences are very well choreographed, with some very well placed camera angles that aids the sense of movement. For example, the last panel of one page is a low angle of Wolverine foot in the foreground and the Wendigo crouching, and the next page is a splash page of Wendigo swiping upwards. One can easily fill in the action and camera movement between the two panels because of how the panels are framed. Yeah, another example is when the camera moves from in front of Wolverine to his back, and then a word bubble came from off panel, and you can tell exactly where the voice came from because of that camera movement. Also, the Wendigo with those like long incisors, like a saber-toothed tiger, makes him look kind of goofy at times, which I think is a nice touch. Like it's a sort of visual representation that this is a kid, trying to fight the curse from within. But those same teeth can also be menacing, such as when he's in like a blood rage and like trying to bite Wolverine or some of the goons. If I'm to nitpick, I would say that Berserkerish Wolverine is not savage looking enough, but that's probably not too noticeable, as Logan's inner monologue and the colors on the panel will signal that. Like in panels where the Wendigo or Wolverine were in blood last, those panels are awash in a sort of like dirty orangey hue, which is a neat thing to do. Not only that, there's this really nicely lit scene of Department H goons shooting at Wendigo and then at Logan. Those scenes are all awash with a reddish hue, and the highlights because of the energy gun fired like red energy beams. So the whole thing like makes it looks really pretty. I enjoyed this issue for what it is. It is beautifully drawn and colored, and Logan's voice is on point. It is 3.75 out of 5 for me. I agree. So this is worth checking out, even if you're not a die-hard fan of Wolverine. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe if you have not already done so. Please share this with your friends and leave a comment below. Thanks, and Tyler out.